Good evening, my dear children. Can you hear my voice and can you see the screen? You can reply in the message. I'll be able to read your messages. Free class is a part of the course or an intro class for everyone? It's an intro class for everyone, okay? And whatever you study, the knowledge that is going to be shared is going to be useful for your preparation, okay? You want to change your registered mobile number, okay? So just call up the iQuanta support number. Yes, Prajwal, the batch will be starting from very basics. Good evening, Parth, Sara, Vijeta. Alright, so I think you can see me. My name is Raj Kumar Jha, and I teach quantitative ability and data interpretation, logical reasoning. Okay, so I can't see any activity. Am I connected? Don't delete my comment. Okay, but why will I delete your comment? If there is nothing wrong with the comment, it won't be deleted, okay? Don't worry. All right. Good evening everyone. Okay, so I hope my voice is reaching you guys. The first 3 sessions are free, Abhinav. Yeah, the first 3 sessions, that is today, tomorrow and day after, 3 sessions are going to be free. Then you will have to enroll. The batch admission is already going on. Okay, this is specifically for NMAT and SNAP, targeting the exams of NMAT and SNAP. Good evening. Fantastic to see you guys on a Thursday evening. Okay, perfect. Recorded session will be available. Yes, it will be available on YouTube live on our channel, iQuanta. Can I crack NMAT within 1 month? You can crack NMAT just like that also. The exam is very easy, it's just that you have to be very careful and clear. It's a progressive marking like GMAT, right? There is no zero minimum marking. Minimum is 36 marks, maximum is 360. Wait a second, yeah. There was a lag of internet, I hope you heard. Okay, so welcome to the session. My name is Raj. Once again, I teach. I am a faculty here. Please off the advertisement. How do I do that? Okay, I don't know. Okay, people will do it. Don't worry about that. All right. So, how many of you are going for NMAT and how many of you are going for SNAP? Or how many of you are going for both? You can just put a response. What we'll do today is we'll just talk about the fundamental or basic syllabus of these exams, and we'll also discuss a few topics, right? The analysis of exams, the 2 exams, NMAT and SNAP. These are the 2 exams that we are going to discuss. We'll discuss the topics that are going to be asked, marking system, okay, difficulty level, you can say as compared to CAT, and we'll also discuss a few topics in short, not in detail, just to give you the glimpse of what kind of paper you're going to expect. All right, okay. Right, okay, just check the questions if you have. We'll be having 2 classes of Quant, 2 for LR, 2 for VRC every week. That is the program detail. Yes, both, fantastic. Satyam says weak in maths. Satyam, everybody is born weak in maths. People work on it, okay? Everybody has to work on it really well, right? For example, if I share with you my example, I've been teaching for almost, the total teaching years is 28, and out of that 24 years I've been teaching for CAT and other MBA exams, right? But today I'm somewhat good, okay? I've scored 6 times 100 percentile in QA in Quant and 99.99 percentile in DI. But you have to understand that the first 2 years I had to struggle, okay, and I studied like a really greedy, a hungry student, hungry child, right? I used to study for at least 4 to 5 hours every day, and I did that for almost, during this year, I would say the total number of days for this work would be around 180 days. This is what I did. हाँ, ये था कि वो continuous मुझे नहीं करना पड़ता था because I had option of appearing in exam on my choice. But what I'm trying to tell you is that anybody, I mean, I had 74% in 10th. I had 74% in 10th, right? And today, usually I say that if I'm not aware about a topic, that question will not be asked in the exam. This is how I look at it now. But that content has built up over a period of time. I repeat, anybody can do this. So if you're weak in maths or if you feel weak in maths, what you have to understand is you just keep working, right? One by one, question by question. And it's all about the peace in mind, okay, and the confidence on the topic. Confidence on the topic. ठीक है, जितने क्वेश्चन आप ज़्यादा जिस टॉपिक के करेंगे उतना ही you'll keep building up your confidence in that topic, right? So anybody can do that. So anybody who thinks that you're not good with maths, go and make the list of the topics that you have studied in your school and check the topics that are going to be asked in the exams. Prepare one by one. Also, when you're preparing a topic, one very important thing, when you're preparing a topic, do not finish the entire topic 100% in one go. Do it half. Then after 15 days, 20 days, revise that topic. Okay? That's how your concepts will keep becoming clearer. Okay, what happened when your basic is not clear? Yeah, Satyam, I just said that, right? I have answered that. Sir, iski preparation November baad nahi ho sakti. See, you have to understand one thing. This is not a different exam, right? NMAT SNAP, these are MBA entrances. In general, MBA entrance is what? Let me clear all this. I'm going to clear all of this, right? In any MBA entrance exam, what are the main things that you have? You have mathematics, which is quantitative ability. You have English. These are the two prominent things. And then you have in some exam data interpretation, some exam LR, some exam both. These are the three main ingredients of any MBA exam. Same is with NMAT and SNAP also. So सबसे पहले तो ये समझो कि पूरा differentiation मत करो. That CAT is a different exam, NMAT is a different exam. Physically it is a different exam, but content wise it is almost similar. When you say maths, what are the topics that you're going to study? You are going to study arithmetic. For any entrance exam in India, arithmetic is the largest topic, almost. Arithmetic is the largest topic, right? And it has a lot of chapters like percentages, profit loss, okay, simple interest, compound interest. Now, इसमें से कौन सा ऐसा टॉपिक है जो आपने अपने 10th में या 10th तक नहीं पढ़ा है? Okay, all of these topics you have studied, right? Time and work, time, speed, distance, averages. It's just that when you studied in 10th standard, it was more of theoretical approach. Here in these exams, to be able to do more questions in less time, you need to practice so that your methods become much shorter. So what is the focus point here? Shorter methods to be used in the exam so that you can do more questions than others. You know, it's like a race wherein you have to just perform better than the other candidates or some of the other candidates. That's it. Averages, mixtures, right? So these are the topics. All of these topics you have studied in your school. I mean, how many of you have done 10th standard? How many of you have passed 10th? Right. So anybody who has passed 10th has studied all these topics. And these are the very basic topics. These are daily life situations. So if somebody has lived daily life, would understand half of the topics in the question. That's how exactly it has to be done, right? Extra pressure बना के उसका भूत बना के नहीं कुछ कर सकते. Focus on the things that are there, okay? Yash, I'll explain that. You know, Yash is asking about difficulty level. Yeah, so I was saying that the topics are going to be the same. Even in algebra, you have linear equations, right? Basic linear equations and quadratic equation, very basic equations. That is going to be there in every exam. Now, the point is, suppose algebra का direct question नहीं भी होगा, तो भी in NMAT SNAP, to solve some of the questions, we need to create linear equation. Like in ratio, in ratio proportion, in time speed distance. Sometimes you need to create equations. And what are those equations? Those are linear equations that you study in algebra. Okay, so this is basically a tool to solve questions in other chapters, right? Like geometry, in some of the exam it is very heavy. For example, geometry is pretty heavy when it is when CAT is concerned, right? But in SNAP, it's a very basic thing, or sometimes it is not there also. Similarly, permutation, combination, probability. This is very, slightly heavier in CAT. Even in CAT, the weightage has gone really down. But in these exams, you have very basic questions. Okay, very basic questions. So sometimes what happens, people just because of psychological fear of a few topics, they leave it, they drop those topics. ये नहीं कर सकते, ये नहीं करना है. One very important thing that we need to understand is that any exam, if you really want to do well, you have to do basics of all chapters, basic concepts of all chapters, because ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता that all the questions are in an exam, all the questions are difficult. ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता. That is not possible. Do you understand that? Do you realize that? Could you please? Soumitra says I am lagging. Okay, so my voice is reaching you like that. ऐसा आ रहा है? Yeah. Could you please just answer what I just asked? Huh? Okay, let me check how much I am lagging. Voice is very low, Siddhant. Just check your device. Voice is low. Okay, let me put this up. I'll put it here close to my mouth. Yeah. Most times, sir, in first look, I'm not able to solve the question, but when I see the question, then only I can solve questions. Okay, I did not understand that. But yeah, Kanaya, see, it's simple. More questions you do, your comfort will keep increasing. आप जितने ज़्यादा questions करेंगे, more number of questions, if you practice, your comfort level in the topic will keep increasing. As simple as that. उसको और complicate मत करो. Okay. Difference between NMAT and CMAT. NMAT has a slightly different marking system. Otherwise, when the topics are concerned, they are not very different. You know, arithmetic, algebra, numbers, the same things are there. Okay. Yes, now sound is okay. Chiti says everything is fine. Voice is completely fine. Thank you, Nakshatra. Siddhant is better now. Okay. Right. So basically, what is most important thing that I said? Any exam, difficulty level may be different. So now I'll answer Yash's question. Yash has asked about difficulty level of different exams, and a lot of you would be concerned with that. So I'm again going to clear this. If I take CAT as a difficulty level of 10, then I would say SNAP would be at around 6. NMAT would be around 6.5, something like that. So very close to each other, but not very high, right? But you also need to understand another thing. जैसे हम CAT की बात करते हैं ना, if I do 95% of the questions, and out of 22 questions in maths, if I do around 20, then I can expect a 99 percentile, right? This logic of calculation is true for other exams also. Are you getting my point? The logic of weightage of questions is true for other exams also. ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि स्नैप और एनमेट में हाफ द पेपर करके आओगे और सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. Is that possible? Did you hear that? Right? So a certain number of questions has to be done in every exam. What happens is that you make a choice of, जैसे NMAT में attempt is compulsory. Unless you attempt a question, you cannot go to the next question. ठीक है? So there it is slightly difficult. Just because of that reason, I have given it 0.5 point extra. Are you getting my point? Can you respond? Did you understand that? Otherwise, the level of difficulty of questions is the same. It's not very different in these two. And as compared to CAT, is almost half the difficulty level. SNAP में अच्छा है, you can skip and go ahead and come back and so many other things. In NMAT, you cannot do that. In NMAT, you have to go through all the questions. मैं भी start कर रहा हूँ. क्या मैं मुंबई जा सकता हूँ? मुंबई आप start किए बिना भी जा सकते हो. ट्रेन जाती है, flight जाता है, so you can go. But the point is, yeah, if you want to go to NMIMS, if you want to appear NMAT exam, yes, you have to prepare for it, appear in the exam, clear it, and then go. Yeah, did you understand this? Half paper करके तो नहीं ही जा पाएंगे ना. आधा पेपर करके या 1/3 पेपर करके या 1/4 पेपर करके नहीं जा सकते. You attempt as much as possible, but to be able to attempt as much as possible, you study everything. Study everything. This is what I said here, that the basic concepts, अच्छा वो हटा दिया, पहले लिखा था, and whether it is NMAT or SNAP or CAT or anything, when you are preparing, you cannot make a choice of picking up a topic or not picking up a topic, right? Basic concepts of every topic has to be done, okay? Ashruti CET LR में थोड़ा सा different होगा, बाकी as far as maths is concerned, is almost the similar, same topics. Topics are not going to change. Topics are going to remain same. वही 5 areas हैं: arithmetic, algebra, okay, numbers, right, geometry and modern maths. किसी में कुछ कम वेटेज, किसी में कुछ ज़्यादा वेटेज, टॉपिक्स यही 5 रहेंगे. Modern maths means permutation, combination, probability and set theory. Arithmetic I have just explained. Algebra is equation, inequalities, quadratic, linear. Numbers, you know, factors and prime numbers and so on. Geometry, triangle, quadrilateral, circles. Those things are not going to change. For every exam it is going to be the same. The intensity levels are different. Intensity in SNAP and NMAT is definitely low. There is no confusion about it. मतलब इसकी तैयारी कम समय में ज़्यादा अच्छे से की जा सकती है. The preparation for both NMAT and SNAP can be done in lesser time with we can say with a good feeling, with a good confidence, right? Even by you can say I wouldn't say less, because less का तो कोई मतलब है ही नहीं ना. See, understand one thing, that कि एक certain number of question करके इसकी तैयारी हो सकती है. But what others are doing, you are not aware. ये मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, सबको समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. कई बार लोग अपना मेहनत से बचते हैं. See, it is not only about your preparation, no. If there are 10,000 people appearing in a certain exam, and if there are 200 seats, then the chances are that 800 people are not going to be selected. So your chances of not getting selected is 98%, and getting selected is just 2% or 3% or 5% for that matter. Did you understand that? Can you respond to this statement? कोई सा भी exam हो, the number of aspirants to the number of seats, that ratio is really bad in almost every exam. है ना? So yeah, somebody is saying, don't use the words like, is it going to be enough? Because the answer of this question is no, it is not going to be enough. Why is it not going to be enough? Because it is not only about you, it is also about others. So just keep working extra, keep working again and again, and that's where the mock tests will help you. है ना? आप mock test में कैसा perform कर रहे हो, that gives you a relative performance, a relative analysis, right? It will give you the relative analysis of your performance and others, how others are doing, how you are doing, right? So I hope I have answered that question. Can I get a basic video of quant? Satyam, you can get in touch with support. There is something called Mathematics for Non-Engineers that will be really helpful. Okay. Is the course apart from the basic and cover all aspects of exams of NMAT SNAP? Basically, yes, Prajwal, everything will be covered completely. In fact, more than that. Okay. I'll just show it to you. I'll just show you the topics. Yes. I'll just show you the CMAT difficulty level as far as technically looking at all the topics. Lavi, the difficulty level of CMAT is going to be lower only. But again, difficulty low होने से आप कर पाओगे उसकी guarantee नहीं होती. Are you getting my point? See, difficulty is low, but even to be able to solve the question in a certain number of questions in a certain duration, that is the challenging part. Are you guys listening to me? This is the most important part now. Easy, difficult, वो एक बात हो गई. But doing a certain number of questions, doing almost, let's say 80% of the questions in exam, right? 80% questions in exam in a certain amount of time, in a defined amount of time. Time तो given है ना सबके लिए, वो तो fix है. Without getting sentimental about a particular question, without wasting time here and there, right? है ना? So without getting stuck doing a certain number of questions a certain amount of time, that is the challenge for which you have to prepare very seriously, whether it is NMAT or SNAP or CAT or CMAT or CET or any other exam or any competition was, है ना? I mean, just to maybe, I don't know whether it is related to it or not. Yesterday, I think Vinesh Fogart got eliminated from the competition just because he had 100 gram extra as compared to 57 kg. What rubbish, what bullshit it is, right? But the problem is, उस एक छोटी सी चीज़ और छोटी सी समस्या की वजह से उसके पूरे 4 साल या 8 साल या 10 साल का पूरा मेहनत somehow waste हो गया, because I don't know in the next Olympic whether she'll be eligible age wise or not in her category. So that's what I'm saying कि कुछ stuck होने वाले situation से बचना है, अपनी तैयारी पूरी करनी है, तैयारी पूरी करनी होगी, right? तैयारी अपने आप में, जीतू भैया बोलते हैं तैयारी is the most important part. Is half win already. Whether I get selected or not, it is a half win, because this will, see, the preparation will define my personality. Okay, personality as in not how I appear, good, bad, not that. Personality, the way I think about the topics. Personality is always about thinking, not what you wear. Is it? So my preparation will decide my thinking towards the exam, the difficulty level, reappearing, whatever. Yeah? Shruti, I already have started the class, beta. Hai na? This is a part of the class. Today's topic is about giving you an orientation and information about the exams and a little bit of discussion about, yes, this is an induction class only. Okay? तैयारी ही आधी जीत है, पूरी जीत तो नहीं है, आधी जीत है. Okay. Chalo, I'll take you through the topics. Just take a look at this slide, this sheet. I'll just move a little away. This is the exam pattern of NMAT, okay? There are 36 questions in mathematics. Quantitative skills is mathematics, okay? 36 questions. Sectional time limit. So 52 minutes time limit is there. Range of marks minimum 12, maximum 120. So even if all the questions that you mark are wrong, okay, even if all of them are wrong, you get 12 marks. Maximum is 120, right? Progressive marking, the way it happens in GMAT, and you have to attempt one question to go to the next question. You cannot go back, you cannot jump. So this is the tricky part of NMAT, and that's why I said that this makes it a little difficult. The language of the question or the clarity of the question will not be a trouble, will not be much of a trouble. I mean, you may make mistakes, silly mistakes or whatever, or calculation mistakes, or you may find the language a little tricky, but otherwise the difficulty level of questions is not that high as far as NMAT is concerned, mathematics is concerned. LR, again, as compared to CAT, quite normal, quite simpler. For example, when I say in CAT there are 4 sets or 5 sets, one set takes around 20-30 minutes. Here one set you can do in around 12 to 15 minutes, right? Or maybe less. ठीक है? In fact, उससे भी कम 10 से 12 मिनट में आप कर सकते हो. So that will give you a good leverage. Okay. So language skills, English, RC, vocabulary, grammar, all those things that are there in English will be tested here as well. Right. Total there are 108 questions, 120 sectional, 120 minutes time, and minimum marks 36, maximum 3. This I find really funny. 36 marks even if I do all the questions wrong. But yeah, that will not make sense. I mean, you need to score at least more than half of it. 200 plus is a good chance. 200 plus, getting not a definite thing, but getting more than 200 gives you a good chance. Okay. I have graduated in July and I'm going to start for SNAP and NMAT from today. Can you please guide how to start and how much mock should I give and time preparation? Before mock, you should first go through all the topics. You should solve at least half of the course material that you have. Just remember that. Okay. At least half of the course you should finish before you start the mock. And that can be done in the next 40-45 days. If once you are able to do that, once you have done that, then you can go for mocks. I hope that answers very clearly and categorically, numerically. है ना? SMHRD में admission लेने के लिए कितने marks चाहिए for general category? That is a technical information and that you will get during the process, during the course of the time. Right? Sonalika, you should worry more right now about being able to solve questions of different topics. Okay, let's take a look at SNAP. So what are the things that we have in SNAP? General English, reading comprehension, verbal reasoning, verbal ability, that is grammar, RC, all those things that are there in CAT. Similar questions but less difficulty level. Okay, less difficulty. There are 15 questions. Marks for correct answer 1, total 15. Analytical and logical reasoning, again less difficult. 25 questions. Quantitative and data interpretation and data sufficiency. So here what is happening, you have questions on data interpretation, data sufficiency. Data sufficiency is, it was earlier asked in CAT, now it is being asked in GMAT. Here in SNAP also you have some questions on that. Okay, around 20 questions. Total number of questions we have 60 and total marks 60 and the total time is 60. So 60 minutes total. ये बढ़िया है, इसमें आप आगे जा सकते हो, पीछे जा सकते हो, स्किप कर सकते हो, वो सारी चीज़ें, ठीक है? Okay, so sir, I have graduated. Okay, I have answered that. Sir, last time 197 converted NMAS Bangalore, but for targeting for Mumbai. Okay, yeah, that's what you need to understand. As I said, 200 plus gives you a good chance, but not every year, है ना? किसी सालों 205, 215 तक कट ऑफ हो सकता है. In some of the years it can go up to 195 and so on. Okay, my profile is 778 with no work experience. I graduated in May 2024. Can I go? ये सब टेंशन, ये सब दिमाग से हटाओ. ये सब ना जब एग्जाम हो जाता है तब ये सब करने का, ग्रेजुएशन में कितना मार्क्स आया. दिस इज वन वेरी बिग हिंड्रेंस. आई सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल वरी अबाउट दैट 10th मार्क्स, 12th मार्क्स, ग्रेजुएशन मार्क्स, ये 889, ये पता नहीं किसी इंस्टीट्यूट वाले ने एक फंडा दे दिया 888 का, एंड सब लोग उसके ऊपर बात करते रहते हैं. ऑल दैट इज अ कंप्लीट यूजलेस डिस्कशन एंड अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. Please focus on your exam, okay? If your exam score is good, then nothing else will matter. This is one very clear thing that everyone has to understand, right? And if this is not good, then even if you have a 10, 10, 10, that is not going to help you. So I think I made it very, very clear. So don't waste your time in thinking about those useless things which are not going to be useful until the exam has happened. उन सब चीज़ों की ज़रूरत पता है कब पड़ेगी? जब एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म हो जाएगा, एग्ज़ाम का आपका रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, आपका स्कोर, रैंक, वो सब आ जाएगा. ये फिर वही गैप ईयर और ये सब. ऑल दैट विल बी यूजफुल फॉर एनी डिस्कशन लेटर. ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स कैन बी कवर्ड अप विद योर एग्जाम स्कोर. हैव आई मेड दैट पॉइंट वेरी स्ट्रांगली क्लियर? Okay, if your score is really good, if your rank is really good in whichever exam, then it will not matter. So what is the most important thing that you have to focus on? Clearly you have to focus on your exam preparation. Are you with me? Do you understand this? Do you understand the intensity of this statement? That everything else will be useless, right? So अभी किसी और चीज़ के बारे में दिमाग लगा के या उसके ऊपर बातचीत करके you are only creating mental hazard for yourself. So don't worry about them. Focus on exam, focus on questions, focus on topics. The more you practice, better you score, and the better you score, those things, the importance of those things will go down. Can I see some response? Did you hear what I just said? Did you understand what I just said? Yes? No? Anything? Yeah? ठीक है. हाँ, कोटा वोटा वो जो भी होगा, जिस भी एग्जाम में होगा, वो that is prospectus thing, right? You should whatever it is given in the prospectus. तो उसके बारे में जितना होगा वो सबके लिए होगा, खाली तुम्हारे लिए थोड़ी ना होगा. If there is a quota and if you fall to that, take benefit of it. If there is a quota and you don't fall to that, then don't worry about it because you can't do anything about that. Okay? ठीक है? Yeah, so simply, I repeat this thing very clearly. Until the exam has happened, till the time you get your exam results, none of these discussions are going to do any help. फिर वही management quota and all. I'm saying anything, and अब एग्जाम ज़रूरी है कि नहीं, that I don't know. If it is management quota and they just charge some extra money, then that I don't know. Okay, but yeah, if you have to appear in the exam, then you need to prepare for it, right? Yes, Siddhant, बहुत clear है बच्चा, बहुत clear है that you focus on solving question. Soumitra, I am not aware about management quota, so I cannot answer that question. बेटा, ठीक है? Any idea about sports quota? फिर वही लक्ष्य. Even if there is a quota and if you have to appear in exam, please understand that for one seat, even if it is sports quota or management quota or anything, if exam is compulsory, एक सीट पे 10 बच्चे 15 बच्चे होंगे, है ना? तो उसमें आपको एग्जाम में अच्छा परफॉर्म तो करना ही पड़ेगा. ओके, ट्रू सर, दे डोंट इवन. हाँ, वो मन की बातें है ना, साइकोलॉजिकल फियर्स है, राइट? वन स्टूडेंट सेज हियर दैट नोबडी बॉदर्ड टू आस्क हिम अबाउट द गैप ईयर. If
The personality, remember कौन सी वाली personality? Thinking वाली personality is visible very clearly. How I present myself, that shows how I think about myself and things around me. Do you understand that? How energetic I am, how good I feel about something. If I only feel bad about something and somebody asks me something about that, क्या रिस्पॉन्स होगा खुद सोचो, और जो मैं रिस्पॉन्स दूंगा उससे सामने वाले को क्या फील होगा. या अभी जो मैंने ये ड्रामेटिक थिएट्रिक किया, व्हाट इफेक्ट डिड इट कन्वे टू यू? It I am, just the intent of doing this theatric just now was to show how happy I am to talk about this. Are you getting my point? Yes, no, anything? बात समझ आई? क्या बोलना चाहता हूं मैं, ये समझ में आया? That if my intent, if my peace of mind, if my basic happiness is there with the work that I'm doing, it's going to be good. The learning would be better. As simple as that. The confidence will be much, much better. डूम बड़ा सिंपल है. इफ यू नो, सी वाओ, इतना सुंदर सिचुएशन है. इफ समबडी नोज दैट आई एम वीक इन अ सर्टेन सेक्शन, जस्ट कीप वर्किंग ऑन इट एंड उसमें एक काम करना चाहिए, दैट यू हैव टू ब्रेक इट इनटू पार्ट्स. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ समबडी इज नॉट गुड विद इंग्लिश, क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है? वोकैबुलरी, work on that separately. Grammar, work on that separately. Reading abilities, work on that separately. Comprehension, go through the reading comprehension classes very minutely, repeat them, and so on and so forth. Okay? CMAT इस साल होगा कि नहीं होगा, ये कैसा क्वेश्चन है? आई डोंट नो. होगा ही शायद. 4-5 साल गैप पीरियड कैन अफेक्ट एडमिशन इनटू SIB. अगेन SSM, आई थिंक बहुत क्लियरली आई हैव ऑलरेडी आंसर्ड दैट. हाउ आई प्रेजेंट माई गैप ईयर. ओके, हैव यू एवर थॉट अबाउट दैट? अगर मेरे से कोई पूछेगा गैप ईयर है, तो येस, आई वॉज बिल्डिंग अप ऑन माई ओन साइकोलॉजी एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, ऑफ द पीपल अराउंड, and I was preparing to get into a more difficult situation and whatsoever. तो वो मैं उसको कैसे प्रेजेंट करता हूँ? अगर मैं दुखी होकर बोलूँगा, अरे यार हाँ गलती हो गई, गैप हो गया, कैसा फीलिंग आएगा दूसरे सामने वाले को? थिंक अबाउट दैट. ओके, ऑलराइट. सो let's take a look at a few topics of the exam, as I am always very, very focused about the exam, the questions. I'll give you certain situations and the questions. Let's see how we take that. Okay, arithmetic we have, as I've already said, percentage, okay, profit loss, okay, then we have ratio proportion. Ratio proportion is not just a chapter, it will form the basis of a lot of other questions and shortcuts. Time, speed, distance, time and work, averages and mixtures. So these are the topics of arithmetic which are common to all exams. In these two exams, SNAP and MAT, the questions are going to be easy and direct questions. The language may be long, right, depending upon the topic. For example, a question of time, speed, distance, a question of average, or the question of time and work. Maybe the language is long, but the question would be mostly direct. Not very technical, not very lengthy also, right? So you can say easy questions. What is the challenge? Doing them in the, the time would be less. I would say, as far as I understand, the time given per question is a little less. Okay, time is less. So for that, you have to be like comfortable with the language reading or understanding of the question, and then you attempt it. So उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? Practice बहुत अच्छे से करनी होगी. But practice of not very difficult questions. Not very difficult questions. You don't have to waste time on the brain teasers or challengers. वो सब नहीं करना है CAT, SNAP और NMAT के लिए. Okay? I'll just take an example of percentage. A lot of people face a lot of difficulty in calculations. How do I improve upon my calculations? Because calculations will be useful in almost all the areas. शायद geometry और algebra छोड़ के everywhere else I have a lot of calculations. Now, to be good in calculation, who doesn't know that you should remember the tables? Now, the question may come, up to what? Here is very clear that the requirement is up to 10. Does everyone remember the table up to 10? Can I see some response now? Yes, Shekhar, Hemang Shekhar, you are right. SICI also. Yes, beta. वो इधर actually percentage में ले लिया था. SICI also. Okay, yeah. So who doesn't remember the table up to 10? Yeah. Who doesn't remember the table up to 10? Almost everyone, right? Now, if I do it up to 20, then my accuracy will go up. Right? We have already said that the time is less. Right? So accuracy बढ़ाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? I need to do a little more effort and go up to 20. Now, how do I remember the table of 20 or up to 20? मुझे एक बात बताओ, 1 to 10 is easy anyways. Okay? 11, 15 and 20. What extra effort do you need? Or 11, 12, 15, 20. What extra effort would you need to remember them? So मिला जुला के जो problem है, at the end of the day, the problem is primarily in 13 table, 14 table, 16, 17 and 18 and 19. यही है ना? These are the only tables in which mostly people have trouble. So पहली बात तो है कि पूरा 1 से 20 तक तो है ही नहीं ना. Don't say that there are 20 tables. Right? Because if you are saying that 1 से 10 में भी table याद नहीं है, that means fundamental issue है ना? So there again, then you will have to start from there, and वो भी करना ही पड़ेगा. This is like must. After that you have some methods, or you can break it, do it separately, one by one. एक दिन में एक कर करके 3 बार, 4 बार, 5 बार, 5 times you do that. Now I'll ask you one very important and simple thing. How many of you remember the table of 2? How many of you remember? हाँ देखो, दीप भानुशाली, आई वुड लाइक टू टेक दैट कमेंट. मेरे को 2 तक आता है टेबल. आई मीन आई एम श्योर आपने मजाक में बात बोली है, बट दैट्स हाउ इट इज. दिस इज वेरी सिंपल टू अंडरस्टैंड, राइट? अगर ऐसा सिचुएशन है तो मत दो. NMAT SNAP इज अ सीरियस स्टफ, बॉस. इज अ सीरियस स्टफ. व्हाट इज द जनरल पैकेज ऑफ जनम भाई? व्हाट इज द जनरल पैकेज? आदित्य, व्हाट इज द जनरल पैकेज ऑफ NMAT? व्हाट इज द जनरल पैकेज ऑफ NMAT पर ईयर? आई थिंक कुछ 16-17 लाख के आसपास है ना? जस्ट कंफर्म दैट. ओके, 16 लाख पर एनम बॉस. 1.5 लाख रुपया महीने का ऐसे ही फालतू में कोई देगा क्या? हाउ डू आई एनालाइज, हाउ डू आई असेस अ कैंडिडेट इज गुड फॉर अ जॉब और नॉट? कुछ बेसिक बातें करूंगा, उसकी समझदारी देखूंगा, थिंकिंग देखूंगा. आई चेक द पर्सनैलिटी. या आई चेक द पर्सनैलिटी. आई चेक द एटीट्यूड. What is the attitude? When I say remember table up to 1 to 20, how many of you reacted कि ओ तेरी हो गया कांड? If you reacting like that, चलो वाह, चलो 24-26 जो भी है कर लो इसको. 24 लाख, ठीक है? 2 लाख रुपए महीना ऐसे ही कोई देगा क्या? Are you getting my point? You pay 10,000 rupees to the maid or the person who cleans your car, and you give 10 instructions. Bloody hell, yaar. We need to understand the reality of the situation. Okay, are you guys with me? Does the reality hit? ऐसे ही फोकट में फ्री में नहीं देगा ना. And if an institute is ensuring that by studying with us you can get 1.5-2 lakh rupees per month job, चेक नहीं करेंगे क्या? आसानी से किसी को शक्ल देख के, जेंडर देख के, इंजीनियरिंग और नॉन इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड देख के दे सकते हैं क्या? Are you getting this point? Will that happen? या कि अच्छा आप बड़े अच्छे लग रहे हो, आ जाओ. यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी, आ जाओ. यू आर अ ग्रेट स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, एग्जाम मत दो, आ जाओ. ऐसा होगा क्या? अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो वो अन्याय है. दैट इज नॉट राइट. दैट इज नॉट राइट. ठीक है? या सो आई होप यू आर गेटिंग माई इंटेंट. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग माई वेरी बेसिक पॉइंट, राइट? that you have to work on these things. Your attitude will be decided how you react on this. When I say you have to do table up to 20, you have to do squares. Simply I'll put it like this, you have to do squares up to 100. अरे भाई तो एक दिन में थोड़ी करना है. How do you react to that statement that you have to memorize all the squares up to 100? Now an average person remembers up to 20 usually. Squares. You understand squares? 12 square 144, 15 square 225, 20 square 400. Okay? Now 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. उसमें तो कुछ मेहनत ही नहीं करनी है ना उनके स्क्वायर्स में. Numbers ending in 5, they are already very easy. For example, if I have to calculate, let's say, I'm going to remove all this. If I have to calculate square of 35, how do I calculate square of 35? There's a very famous method which is very commonly used. Everybody knows that. क्या करते हैं इसमें? How do I find the square? 5 square is 25. The next number to 3 is 4. Multiply 12. Okay, so 35 square is done. Use pen and paper, do it yourself. Can you find the square of 45? Can you find the square of 55? तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें ढूंढो, पकड़ो और दिल में बसा लो. अच्छा था, it rhymed. Rhyming अच्छी हो गई है ना? So keep doing that. Keep getting the things. Keep collecting small methods, tricks, techniques. Keep learning them. Keep making those tricks yours. Yes, can you find the squares of all these numbers? Can you do that? क्या बताया मैंने? 5 separate करो. 5 का square 25 will come in the end. Whatever is here, the next number is 5. 4 into 5 multiply 20. Can you find the square of other numbers? फटाफट जल्दी. Use pen paper or do it in the air यार. हवा में करो, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? कर सकते हैं क्या? आसिफ लगता है बहुत लेट आया है. Guys, my 10th 12th percentage is 68 है, BCom में 68 है. इस year जुलाई में result and so on and so forth. Asif, I have already answered and discussed that thing, right? What is important is, first thing is you appear in the exam, get a good score, and then you discuss other things. Anything will matter only after the results of exam, okay? If your result is good, then the requirement of those scores and other things will simply go down. So I hope you understand that. Fantastic, क्या बात है? Very good, very good. So 5, for this 5 I have 25, and for this 5 multiply by 6, 30. So 3025. ठीक है? You know, जो एक डायलॉग है ना, आओ कभी हवेली पे, ये वही है ना, आओ कभी थोड़ा टाइम स्पेंड करो इनके साथ. So if you don't spend time with that, how can you say that you are not good and you keep asking for strategy and method and so many other things? यही सब चीज़ें छोटी छोटी होंगी. कहाँ से कुछ मिले, कहीं से कुछ मिले, क्लास में कुछ मिला, खुद से कुछ पढ़ लिया, किसी मॉक टेस्ट में कुछ नया आ गया. कीप मेकिंग नोट्स इन योर माइंड, इन योर नोटबुक एंड सो ऑन. Janam sir is our colleague. Demon, right? I would suggest, yeah. Okay, Janam sir is sir, huh? So I would wish you address him as sir, okay? Chalo, let's go ahead. 75 square, so 5 is 25. 7 into 8, next number 56. अब ये मेथड सीख लिया तो कोई भी नंबर एंडिंग इन 5 होगा, कोई भी नंबर एंडिंग इन 5 होगा, you will be able to find the square. Do you understand that? Can you challenge a little bit? Can you challenge yourself a little bit? 6 into 7, 42. So 4225. थोड़ा चैलेंज करोगे अपने आप को? Can you tell me 12, 125 square and 195 square? Or is it really a challenge? Please answer that. Is it actually really a challenge? Finding the square of 125 and 195. Is it really a challenge? Yes? Okay. What do you think? Is it really a challenge? Now somebody will say, how do I remember the table of 19? करना तो पड़ेगा. हाँ, एक चीज़ ये कर सकते हैं that 19 is 20 minus 1. So to understand, to use the table, 19 twos will be 40 minus 2. 19 threes will be 60 minus 40 minus 2. Yes, 60 minus 3. 24s are 80 minus 4. 100 minus 5. दिख रहा है? ये 19 का टेबल है. 100 minus 5. 120 minus 6. 140 minus 7. 160 minus 8. 180 minus 9. Do it 3-4 times. You will not need this. You will remember that. Okay? Does it make sense? So here we have 12 into 13. 12 into 13. Now how do I calculate 12 into 13? Method सीखो, छोटी छोटी चीजें. Very basic small things. This 13 is what? 12 plus 1. So when I multiply by 12, I'll get 12 square plus 12. Now do you remember square of 12? Now what is square of 12? It is 144. So 144 plus 12, 156. And then 5 square, 25. Here I will not use this method because it is 19 into 20. And that is not table of 19, it is table of 20. Yes? No? Anything? Or I would rather make this 20 minus 1 so that 20 into 20 is 400 minus 20 380. या फिर 19 का टेबल याद कर लो ना यार, 38 तो होता है. 380, 25. When you come across a challenge, how you react to it? कि अरे बाप रे मर गया मैं, अब आगे कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता. या फिर कि अरे ये रह गया था, ठीक है आज हम इसको कंप्लीट करेंगे. Agree or don't agree? Please mention in the message. Do you agree with that? If there is something that you encounter, सब प्रिपरेशन करने के बाद एक नया क्वेश्चन आ गया, तो क्या हुआ? बैठो, take the help of solution, go through it, solve it once, remove the solution, do it again on your own. Yes, no, am I connected? I don't see any message. Sabka message retract hua kya? Saki, no need to retract the message if it is. अगर wrong answer भी है ना तो आंसर डिलीट मत करो, ओन करो, अपने मिस्टेक्स को ओन करो. मैंने गलत किया, अब नहीं करूंगा, अब नहीं करूंगी. Are you getting my point? I don't see messages. I don't see a response. Am I connected? Adi, am I connected? Check karo beta. Okay. I don't see any movement here. It's just that only I am moving. Okay, now I'm getting the message. I am getting the messages now, right? So ultimately what is happening, and also ek aur baat, you cannot list down all problems. You cannot list down all problems. You cannot list down all problems. और बोलूं या सुनाई दे दिया? अगर आप ये चाहते हो कि हमारे लाइफ में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आने वाली हैं, or what are the problems that I'm going to face when I prepare for CAT, or what are the problems that I'm going to face when I'm preparing for NMAT or SNAP, it is not possible to do that. During the process you will come across. It's like just like going to college or going to market using a vehicle. You don't know what kind of traffic problems you are going to face. Are you with me? Right? It is exactly same like that. Anything may happen, है ना? But it's just that that is the reason that you prepare for all situations. That is, and how is the preparation done? Focusing on fundamentals. That's it. Focusing on fundamentals. So when I go on a long trip, I first send my car to the servicing. भाई चेक कर लो कोई मेजर प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है. Then I start and I check petrol tank. Then I go and check oil and everything, and I keep some basic things and so on, and then whatever necessary things, and then I proceed. है ना? This trick is formula in which the last digit is. Yes, Shubh, it is only for numbers ending in 5. Yeah, so similarly there will be other methods. So like this, ये table का method हो गया, square ये 5 वाला method हो गया. Similarly there are other methods. For number ending in 1 we have methods. I'll just show it to you. What is the square of 31? What is the square of 71? What do you do to find square of 71? I'll tell you. You separate 1. So for 1 you have 1. Whatever is here multiply by 2, and whatever is here take square of that number. So 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, and square of 3 is 9. That's it. So 961 is the square of 31. So first we did number ending in 5. Number ending in 5. 195 square. So it is 19 into 20. Aditya Nair, 19 into 20. Right? So 380, and 5 square is 25. So 38025. Yeah, coming back to the 71. So 1 will come here, and whatever is here multiply by 2 and take square. So multiply by 2 is 14, square is 49. But here the problem is you cannot have 2 digits in between. So you take only 1, and the remaining 1 will be carry forward. And carry forward is something that you have worked with all your life, right? So eventually the answer will become 49 plus 1, 50, and 4, 1. Can we do that mentally? I'll do that again. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Separate 1 from the number. Then 7. Multiply by 2. You get 7 2s are 14. 1 carry. 14 mein 4 there and 1 carry. Then 7 square. 49 and 1. 50. 5041. Can you calculate 81 square? Can you calculate 91 square? Give me the answer. I'll wait for it. Yes? Aditya, have I answered your question? Use pen, paper, sit professionally. पढ़ाई लिखाई रील स्क्रॉल करने के तरीके से नहीं हो सकता. बहुत क्लियर है ना? बेड पे लेट के पढ़ाई नहीं होती है. That is, these are the very basic things that you need to incorporate in your life, okay? And work seriously on that. Very good. Magomic. Very good. 81 square is 6561. Nice. What about 91 square? Very good, Sarah. Lavi. Siddhant. Nice work. Okay. सो 1 के लिए 1, 8 का डबल, 8 into 2 is 16, 6 carry 6 here, 1 carry forward, 8 square 64 and 1 65, 6561. नक्षत्र is answer for 91. गुड स्ट्रैटेजी नक्षत्र है ना, बाकी लोग पहला बोले तुमने दूसरा बोल दिया, गुड नाइस. 81 आदित्य नायर 8161 नहीं होगा बच्चा, चेक करो, 8281 होगा. सो 1 हियर एंड 9 2s are 18, 1 carry, 9 square 81 and 1 82. Yes children, are you following the idea of what I am doing today? बात समझ आ रही है? छोटी छोटी चीजें. I would want to hear some statement on this, but I am just writing here. Small things, do you understand that? Small things, right? Break into small things. किसी भी बड़े टारगेट को break into small things and then follow one by one. One by one. Do you understand the importance of this? Don't just say yes. कुछ explain करके कुछ statement बोलो तो मुझे पता चले कि आप इस बात को relate कर पा रहे हो. अपनी life के बारे में कुछ सोचो और कुछ बताओ, so that I get to know that you understand this. Yes? Break into small parts. Right? If you go for your final exam, yeah, but mostly we do that. But does it really work that you study for one day? एक दिन पढ़ाई करके फाइनल एग्जाम देने जाते हैं क्या? प्रैक्टिकली करते वही हैं, बट डज दैट वर्क? राइट? डज दैट वर्क? नहीं ना. आप क्या करते हो, कुछ चीज़ें आपने थोड़ा थोड़ा कभी नवंबर में, अक्टूबर में, अगस्त में थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ा होगा, उसकी मेमोरीज होंगी, भीनी भीनी यादें होंगी, राइट? एंड देन यू वुड हैव अपीयर्ड इन मिड एग्जाम्स, उसकी कुछ प्रिपरेशन होगी, वो सब कल्मिनेट होके ये चीज़ बनेगा कि आप फाइनल में जाके परफॉर्म करोगे, है ना? सो दैट इज दिस एग्जैक्टली सेम थिंग विल हैपन इन योर MBA एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स ऑल्सो. या absolutely small things, one by one, and with a lot of intent and seriousness, okay? Perhaps अगर मैं arithmetic कर रहा हूँ, so I'll put my entire focus on the topic, on the concepts, on the language of the question, on the calculation processes. If I'm trying to learn calculations, I'll break it into parts like tables, squares, cubes, fraction to percentage, and so on and so forth. Okay? Yes, fantastic, very good. चलो कुछ और सिखाता हूँ. Let's move on to the next part that we have is fraction to percentage. Now this is one very beautiful thing, so I'll spend around 10 minutes on this. Fraction to percentage. If I simply ask what is 1 by 16 as a percentage, how much percentage it is? 1 by 16 is how much percentage? So some people would know that, some people would remember that and can answer it. If you don't remember it, and if I give you a target that you have to remember from 1 by 1 to 1 by 30, ये याद होना चाहिए. This is a requirement. This is a requirement. Then what will you do? So you make a list 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. That is going to be a little difficult. So how do you do that? You divide into groups. Okay, say for example family of 2. Let's look at that. 1 is what? 100%. Do we understand that? Or for that matter 1 by 2 is what? 1 by 2 is what? This is something that everybody knows. 1 by 2 का मतलब क्या है? 1 by 2 का मतलब क्या है? 1 by 2 का मतलब है 50%. This everybody knows. So ये कहाँ से आया होगा? जादू मैजिक चमत्कार से तो नहीं आया होगा. मैथमेटिक्स है, कैलकुलेशन होता है. So it must have come because of a reason. What is that reason? This is the reason. इसको अपनी आत्मा में बसा लो, राइट? किडनी में, हार्ट में, नीज में, जहाँ पे भी रखना है उसको रख लो. 1 is 100%. Okay, so 1 by 2 is what? How did I get it? How did I get it? How did I get it? Just answer that. If I have 1 equal to 100%, how do I get 1 by 2 as 50? क्या किया होगा? What mathematical operation would have been done to get 1 by 2 from 1? क्या किया होगा? Can you answer that? What would you do to get 1 by 2 from 1? Divide by 2. Are you with me? 2 से divide किया होगा, right? Now what should I do further to get 1 by 4? What should I do further to get 1 by 8? Do we understand that और एक बार divide by 2 कर दो? So if you divide by 2 again, this gives you 25%. और एक बार 2 से divide कर दो. So divide by 2 again, this will be 12.5%. And once more, you get 1 by 16 and that is 6.25%. Yes? Not only that, why to stop here? 1 by 32, 1 by 64, just calculate in your notebook for ones. So you have reached up to 1 by 64. And something that you might not have done in your life like this. किया भी होगा तो अलग तरीके से किया होगा, शायद ये एक साथ ये सारे, so अगर याद होगा तो सारा एक साथ होगा, वरना नहीं होगा. Does that make sense? Are you with me? Right, so you have to do it with a lot of clarity that okay, right now I'm focusing on family of 2 and I have to do all this. Right, you can't just keep scrolling on YouTube finding what is the best strategy to prepare for an exam, because if you keep doing that and not working on a given strategy, you are not going to learn. As simple as that. ठीक है, ज्ञान कहीं से भी मिले ले लो, उसको उठाओ, उसको रिपीट करो, अपने दम पे लर्न करो, तब वो तुम्हारा बनेगा और तुम्हारा हेल्प करेगा. So 1 by 32 is 3.12% and 1 by 64 is 1.56%. You know, 1 by 3 is such a beautiful thing. What will be 1 by 3 in terms of percentage? 1 by 3 is what percentage? ये ads का क्या चक्कर है? Janam sir, could you please check what is, can we disable the ads? Yes, darling, yes children, I've just asked, can somebody check if you are hearing me, if you are listening to me, just check that if it is done, okay, if it is disabled. Alright children, so 1 by 3. 1 is what? 100%. 1 is still 100%. 1 is always 100%. Right? And this family of 3 is such a beautiful family. मतलब ये देख के मुझे बड़ी खुशी होती है. Because all of them follow a pattern. All of them have, बहुत ads है. आदि ठीक है, मैं बोला तो है. Yeah, maybe it will take some time. But I don't know, while the session is conducted, I don't know whether it can be done or not. Yeah. Okay, so 1 by 3, that will be 100 by 3, that is 33.33%. Do you feel the beauty of this? Is there a smile on your face because of this decimal repetition? कैसे हो रहा है? Decimal से पहले और बाद में digit same है. Okay? Now from here, can I find 1 by 6? Can I find 1 by 9? ऐसा तो क्या करूँगा? What strategy should I apply to this so that I get 1 by 6 or 1 by 9? ऐसा तो क्या टैंक तोप चलाएंगे इसके ऊपर? You tell me. What should I do from 1 by 3 to get 1 by 6? From 1 by 3 to get 1 by 9? Yes, do that. Do that. Think about that. Think about that. Magomic, what did you do? What did you do to do this? Divide by 2, you will get 1 by 6. And divide by 3, you will get 1 by 9. Now divide by 2. Divide normally by 2. Use the table of 2. 2 दूनी 4, 2 तिया 6, 2 चौके 8 वैसा. Okay? So you will get 16.66%. Once again, do you see the beauty of this? Decimal के पहले और बाद का digit same है. And after that it is repetitive. You know, all of these numbers are recurring decimals. 1 by 9. 1 by 3 I have. 1 by 9 I divide by 3. What a beautiful number to divide by 3. All of them are 3, 3, 3. So divide by 3, it is 11.11%. Can I memorize them now? Once I have done it with my own hands, in my own notebook, copy, paper, can I memorize this? If I am not able to memorize it, can I do it 2 more times or 3 more times? That's the commitment level that you will have to keep in every small topic. Okay? So if I have 1 by 6 as 16.66%, from here can you calculate 1 by 12, 1 by 24, 1 by 48 and 1 by 96 in your notebook? Please do that. 1 by 96 in your notebook. Do that on your own. What will you have to do? What will you have to do? So don't just keep looking for tricks. Whenever you come across a trick, make sure that it becomes yours. And for that, you will have to use your pen paper. Do not hesitate ever to use pen paper while preparation. Okay? I see a lot of people say that you can do this question without using your pen and so on and so forth. Bhai, तैयारी के टाइम पेन पेपर से किया हुआ काम एग्जाम में याद आएगा. Okay? So make sure that you have done it. You have always done it. Right? Okay, so 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is 8.33%. 1 by 12 is 8.33%. 1 by 24 is half of this, 4.16%. 1 by 48 is half of this. Just table of 2. What are we using? Are you getting this? We are using only tables of 2 and 3. Tables of 2 and 3. You know, whenever I teach these things, my son who is 9.5 years old, 4th standard में है, वो बोलता है पापा आप ये क्या पढ़ा रहे हो? आपके क्लास में मेरे से छोटे बच्चे हैं क्या? This is what he asks me. What should I tell them? Tell him, बताओ. Okay? So, because he is doing table of 14, 15, 16. Not that he is great. I'm just trying to mention that these things you have done in school. Remember those thoughts, those things, those efforts that you did for table of 2. You know, table of 2 अच्छा था, easy था, तो हम बहुत बार करते थे, याद हो गया. बाकी 9, 11, 13, 14 अच्छे नहीं लगते थे, इसलिए कम मेहनत किया तो कम याद रहा. Does that make sense? Think about that. Okay? 4.16, this is 2.08%, this is 1.04%. Wow. 1 by 96 तक पहुंच गया भाई. Our target was only up to 1 by 30. Now, it is not only about 1 by 96, it is also about the process. Oh yes, this can be done. This can be done. That is what I am trying to make you understand. Are you guys with me? Yes? No? उधर दिख रहा है? Last तक दिख रहा है? Yes, last तक दिख तो रहा है. I don't know, मोबाइल स्क्रीन पे शायद थोड़ा तकलीफ हो रही होगी, बट लैपटॉप में ठीक दिख रहा होगा. Okay, I'll try to make sure that I don't go till the end. Yes, can I see some response? Are you guys with me? How are you feeling now? We are halfway, almost more than half of the duration of the session. How do you feel about whatever we have discussed till now? Can you just mention that in the message, in the chat? Tell me, how do you feel now? Or is there anything new that you have come to know today? Is there anything new that you have come to know today? Is there anything that you were not aware at all, or you had an idea and you got a description or a detailed discussion on that today? What do you think? Does that help? Easy? Okay. Yeah. Now, whenever you feel that something is easy, it makes you more confident. Okay? एंड फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है कि कोई दूसरा डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक आएगा ना तो भिड़ जाएंगे उससे. दैट इज व्हाट कॉन्फिडेंस डज टू यू. दैट इज व्हाट. ओके, अमेजिंग. ओके, राइट. हाँ, ठीक है. लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम मैथ्स इजी लग रहा है. अच्छा, ओके, दैट्स गुड, दैट्स गुड. सी, इन एंड ऑफ द डे इट इज अबाउट हाउ मच टाइम यू आर स्पेंडिंग. यू नो, इट्स लाइक बॉयफ्रेंड और गर्लफ्रेंड और यू नो एनी रिलेशनशिप. हाउ मच टाइम यू आर स्पेंडिंग विद दैट. ओके, ग्रेट. ओके, इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड as recorded video helped. Okay, very good. ठीक, चलो. So ये हो गया. Now we have 1 by 9, 11.11%. Now my question is, from here, if I have to find 1 by 99, how do I do that? I want you to tell me the logic and the answer both. If I have to find 1 by 99, how would you do that? And if I have to find 1 by 11 from there, what will I do? So give me the answer of both and the logic behind that. I repeat my question. My question is, if I know 1 by 9, that is 11.11%, from there, can I find 1 by 99? Do you understand my question? I'll write it here. Okay. If I have 1 by 9, how do I find 1 by 99? Again, do not just memorize, not only memorize the value, you should also understand the process behind that. Right? So if I have 1 by 9 as 11.11%, what action should I take to get 1 by 99? That's what I'm asking you. What action? Yes. Wow. Very good. Hemang says, sir, will you be taking class in NMAT and SNAP batch? Hemang, I'll be taking some of the classes. Yes, see, there's a beautiful team of faculties, content team and teachers who will be teaching you, guiding you, and there is a very efficient team of doubts faculty. So there's a big team. It's not only about me. बच्चा ये भी समझो, अकेला मैं सारा टॉपिक पढ़ा पाऊंगा क्या? ये भी तो देखो. So I cannot. I'll be taking some part of maths. Ashish sir and other people will be taking some part of maths. English will be taken by Vikrant sir. He's a 100% Tyler and 100% scorer. So same way, there are good people for every area. Yes, green. But green. ये कैसा नाम है बे? Green parrot. तोता है. अच्छा. See, when you're saying, there's a very important thing that Green Parrot has said. He's saying that, or she is saying, I don't know. Sir, you're giving a wonderful understanding. Please take all classes for NMAT SNAP. देखो, why are you feeling wonderful? It is also because you are sitting and doing and listening. Are you getting my point? मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले, चलो अभी मेरा फेवरेट टॉपिक, माई फेवरेट टॉपिक फॉर एनी प्रिपरेशन, थोड़ी देर पहले आई वॉज टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटेंट. या दिस इज एक्चुअली रिलेटेड टू इंटेंट. यूट्यूब पे सेशन हजारों लोग लेते हैं, मैं अकेला थोड़ी हूं. यस, ग्रीन पैरट. ओके ओके, आई ओनली कॉल यू पैरट, राइट? सो राइट, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड एवरीवन? Are your understanding is becoming better because you are interested in doing it. You are intended in doing it right now. Hence, okay? Hence you are understanding it. Hence you are liking it. Hence you are enjoying it. Right? Now, can there be a created intent for everything that I do? Everything that I try to learn or study. ऐसा हो सकता है क्या कि ठीक है मुझे नहीं आता है कोई टॉपिक, ठीक है कोई अच्छा फैकल्टी मेरे सामने अभी नहीं दिख रहा है, रात के 2 बज रहे हैं और मुझे टॉपिक कंप्लीट करना है. सो कैन आई डू विद स्लाइट मोर इंटेंट कि नहीं ये कोशिश तो मैं करता हूं. विल दैट हेल्प? थिंक अबाउट दैट. एंड इन ऑलमोस्ट एवरी अदर एरिया ऑफ लाइफ ऑल्सो, नॉट ओनली इन दिस. राइट पैरट? डिड आई आंसर? डिड आई मेक सेंस? हाँ बच्चे, बात समझ में आई? एंड ये सबके लिए लागू होगा, लाइफ के हर हिस्से में लागू होगा. इंटेंट, इमेजिन, आई जस्ट शेयर, इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ दिस सेशन वी हैव 150 पीपल. ओके, इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द सेशन वी हैड 150 पीपल एंड राइट नाउ आई थिंक 70-80 पीपल आर देयर. आई थिंक दैट ऑल्सो मेक्स अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. यू गाइज आर ऑलरेडी हाफ वे मार्क, है ना? यू गाइज आर ऑलरेडी हाफ वे मार्क. आप दोपहर को, शाम को बैठ के एक अननोन बंदे की कहानी सुन रहे हो, उसके जो बोल रहा है उसको आप पेपर पे नोट कर रहे हो, सॉल्व कर रहे हो, आंसर शेयर कर रहे हो. आंसर शेयर करने में आपको परहैप्स अच्छा भी लग रहा है, मेथड शेयर कर रहे हो. जब मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, व्हेनेवर आई एम आस्किंग, पीपल आर शेयरिंग कि अच्छा आई डिवाइड बाय 11, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 9, व्हाटएवर. दिस शोज द इंटेंट. यू नो व्हाट, 80% कॉम्पिटिशन तो इंटेंट की वजह से बाहर हो जाता है यार. 80% लोग किसी भी कॉम्पिटिशन में इंटेंट की वजह से बाहर हो जाता है. मजा आया सुन के? दिस इज एक्चुअली रियली गुड. या है ना? 80% पीपल एंड द रियल कंपटीशन आउट ऑफ द रिमेनिंग 20, रियल कंपटीशन उसमें से 10% लोगों में ही होता है. बाकी 10% जो होता है वो इंटेंट अच्छा होता है बट एबिलिटी कम होती है. वो अलग अलग रीजन हो सकते हैं. You have to be in the top 10%. I mean, you have to be in the top 20%, and then slightly, slowly, little by little, step by step, try to get into the top 10% in any exam, whether it is CAT or anything. Okay? Are you with me? Will you promise to yourself that now onwards, everything that you do, however small it is, you will do it with very clear intent कि ये मेरा काम है, मैं कर रहा हूं, इसमें खुश होना मेरी जिम्मेदारी है. To be happy doing that is my happiness, is my choice, right? Not with a burden कि जबरदस्ती कोई करवा रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Do you promise that to yourself? Yes? No? Anything? Alright, so 1 by 9 I have, divide by 11. If I divide by 11, I'll get 1 by 99. Divide by 11, this one. Oh wow. So 11, it will be 1.01%. And from here 1 by 99, from here how do I get 11? 1 by 11. Multiply by 9. Multiply by 9, you get 9.09%. Okay, so 1 by 9 is 11.11% and 1 by 11 is 9.09%. Now that brings us to a very interesting situation, and that is called special pairs. I'm going to remove all this. Special pairs, like 1 by 6 is 16.66%. 1 by 16 is 6.25%. That way I'll remember both. 1 by 9 is 11.11% and 1 by 11 is 9.09%. So whenever I practice, whenever in a question I use 1 by 9, in my mind I'll also revise 1 by 11 and vice versa. ठीक है? 1 by 8 is 12.5%. Right? And 1 by 12 is 8.33%. Does it make sense that I'll remember these two together so that I remember both? क्या होता है? If I try to do it in a sequence, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, there is a chance of mix up. Does it make sense? हुआ है ऐसा आप लोगों के साथ पहले कभी? If not in this, in some other areas, when you try to do in sequence, there is a chance of things getting mixed up and वो रटने वाला चीज हो जाता है. रट्टा नहीं मारना, रट्टा नहीं मारना, ठीक है? रट्टा नहीं. रटना नहीं, उसको समझ के करेंगे तो इट विल बी रियली हेल्पफुल, मोर हेल्पफुल. ओके, दैट इज व्हाई दी आइडेंटिफाइंग दीज थिंग्स विल बी रियली गुड फॉर यू गाइज. Okay, now I'll give you another thing. Suppose I have to calculate 5 by 8 or 9 by 18. How do I do that? Okay, this is interesting. If I have to calculate 35, so I'll take 16 by 35. How do I do that? Yes. अच्छा, एक सेकेंड, बिफोर आई डू दीज, 1 by 7 का भी फैमिली होता है ना. सो 1 by 7 is 14.2857%. Guys, children, please work on this first. Family of 7. Yeah. So 1 is 100%, 1 by 7 is 14.2857%. Now I need to memorize all these. It's not very difficult to memorize. 7 double, 14 double, 28 double, 56. But instead of 6, we have a 7. 7 दूना 14, 14 दूना 28, 28 दूना 56. Okay. Right? So 14.285. Now these digits you need to memorize in a cycle. 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. These digits you need to memorize in a cycle. These digits you need to memorize in a cycle. Sir, I have doubt that is geometry. This is to be done because it is very vast. Aditya, see, the requirement for NMAT SNAP is not that vast. Okay, उनमें से एक में तो आता ही नहीं है और दूसरे में जो आता है वो बहुत कम होता है. So you don't have to worry about it. Whatever geometry basics you have learnt in school is good enough. For example, I'll ask right now, what is the sum of angles in a triangle? What is the sum of angles in a triangle? What is the sum of angles in a triangle? Yeah, sum of two sides of a triangle is what as compared to the third side? Do you remember these two things? If you remember, then it is good enough. What is the area of a square? Right? What is the area of equilateral triangle? So very basic things, the direct things, everybody is mostly aware about them. Okay, Aditya? So it's not, so I repeat, geometry is not there in one of the exams, and the other one, the requirement is very, very low. Very low as in very basic things. Okay? So if you do that, I don't see there is any trouble. Okay, so 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. If I remember all the digits, then it is very easy to calculate 2 by 7 or 3 by 7 or 4 by 7 or 5 by 7. How come? Listen very carefully. 1 by 7 is 14.28. 14.28%. Yeah, 14.28%. It is 14 point something, so 2 by 7 will be 14 double. 14 का double कितना होता है? 28. Now, once I get the first digit, look at the cycle. This has to be memorized as this, as like this only, clockwise order in this cycle. So 2 पहला digit, 2 के बाद क्या आ रहा है? 8. तो 8 के बाद क्या आना चाहिए? 5. 5 के बाद क्या आना चाहिए? 7. Is that clear? समझ में आया? थोड़ा थोड़ा, पूरा नहीं आया होगा, but थोड़ा थोड़ा. Okay? Geometry formula based question are asked in NMAT SNAP. Yes. Okay? So 3 by 7, how do I calculate? 1 by 7 is 14 something. So 3 by 7 will be 14. 3s are 42 something. Now I have the first digit as 4. Next digit will be 2. Next digit will be 8. So 42.85%. We need to take only 2 digits after decimal. Is it possible to be done? Can you tell me 4 by 7 and 5 by 7? So what is important to understand is that you don't have to multiply, divide or do anything. What you have to do is you just have to take these digits. So if you are able to identify the first digit, you will be able to identify rest of the digits. So can you just put the values for 4 by 7 and 5 by 7 and 6 by 7 also? कर सकते हैं? 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7. Yes, 4 by 7 will be 14, 4s are 56. 56 means पहला digit 5 है. So next digit should be 7. Next digit should be 1. And next digit should be 4. So 57.14%. 5 by 7, 14 5s are 70. So 7, then 1, then 4. So 71.42%. Are you with me? Yes, no, anything? Basic geometry. Okay. Again, I think there is a bot in the group. Janam sir, just check that. PW फाउंडेशन ओके, चैन नहीं है उनको भी. ओके, 6 by 7, 14 6 are 84. So 8571, 85.71%. You know, I think just now something happened. I would love to share that with everyone. Whenever a problem comes, how you react to that. I think this is something that people can learn from me. Okay? I mean, this is actually really good. Any problem that comes in front of you, how do you react to that? That's the most important part. ठीक है, समस्या आई, देखा, चिल्ला के, गुस्सा करके, भड़क के, दुखी होके कोई फायदा है नहीं. So if it is not helpful, नहीं करेंगे. What is helpful? Keeping the senses at the right place will be helpful, right? So you can learn this, try this, practice this. It will make your life hell lot of easier. 90% of your problems will go away if you just look at your reaction to problem situation. ठीक है, तकलीफ के में कैसे react करते हो, that will help you a lot. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead. So 6 by 7. Now these questions, these questions, how would you solve? ये क्या था, 9 by 18 था क्या, 7 by 18 था कि 9 by 18 था? I had written 9 by 18. Okay, this is easy, but I wanted to, intent was to ask 7 by 18 or 11 by 18. Now, to simplify other fractions, there is a method. You can memorize 1 by 1 up to 1 by 30. That you can memorize. But how to use in bigger situations? उसमें एक चीज ध्यान रखना. Denominator don't touch. Denominator don't touch. Do not touch the denominator. Denominator you don't touch. Break the numerator. Second part is break the numerator. Break numerator. ऊपर वाले को break करो. Keeping in mind the factors of denominator. Keeping in mind the factors of denominator. So how do I break 5 by 8? You see, we can break it as 1 plus 4, we can break it as 3 plus 2, but what will be the more useful one? Think about that. Think about that. Do not create a rule there. Rule सिर्फ ये है कि denominator नहीं छूना. Rule सिर्फ एक है, denominator को नहीं छूना. Okay? Janam sir, can somebody block this? What is it? Mr. Fresh 2.0. Adi, Janam, just block this. Okay. Anyways, don't look at that ना. आप अपना काम करिए, ठीक है? 5 by 8. So better would be 4 plus 1 by 8. Now can I separate it? 4 by 8 plus 1 by 8. 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is 50%. Plus 1 by 8 is 12.5%. That is 62.5%. Yes? Makes sense? 62.5%. Thank you, Janam sir, Mansi ma'am, thank you. Okay, so 62.5%. 9 by 18. Now 9 by 18 is a little funny. I wrote it by mistake. But you know, in exam that happens. You're doing some difficult question and suddenly you get a very easy question. That will happen. Enjoy that and then you go ahead. Okay, so 9 by 18 is 1 by 2, that is 50%. 7 by 11 or 11 by 18, something like that. I'll first take 11 by 18. Look at that carefully. 11 by 18 is 9 plus 2 by 18. Can I break in other manners? Yes, I can. I can definitely break. But will it be helpful? Yes, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. Do you understand that? What will be helpful? वो सोचो, है ना? So 9 by 18 plus 2 by 18 will be more helpful. Because this will be 1 by 2. Getting 1 by 2, which is a large part, and then other things will make it very, very easy. So 9 by 18 is 1 by 2, that is 50%. And 2 by 18 is 1 by 9. Wow. So 1 by 9 is 11.11%. है ना? So 61.11%. अगर ये आप अपने आप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, यहाँ पे वो डायलॉग सेंस बनता है नवाज भाई का. क्या बोला था उन्होंने? कभी कभी लगता है अपुनिच भगवान है ना? Yeah, so keep enjoying yourself, keep enjoying your work, celebrate the simple learnings, right? Those simple learnings are your victories, okay? Feel good about them, feel happy about them, that okay, you're able to do it on your own. Maybe first time, yes, with some help, but next time you can actually go ahead and do that. Okay, I'll just make you a little more happy. What is 7 by 18? I will not solve it. You tell me, how will you calculate 7 by 18? How will you calculate 7 by 18? Yeah, 7 by 11, that is fantastic. Here I will not do any multiple, ये सब नहीं करूँगा. For 7 by 11, I will do 7 into 9.09 because that will be much easier and faster. 63.63%. 63. अच्छा, मेरी हैंड राइटिंग बहुत खूबसूरत है. That is why my voice is mostly very clear. So, are you guys able to follow my voice? You are able to follow what I am doing on the board. Can you just एक बार मैसेज में बताओगे मुझे? तकलीफ हुई क्या? बोर्ड पे कुदर भी कुछ भी लिख देता हूँ. Perhaps that is also because of the energy that keeps flowing, है ना? But yeah, you can always ask me what is there, where, and so on and so forth. Is this fine? Are you able to locate the required things on the board? Yes, take a deep breath. Feel good about yourself that you have done some work today which is going to help you in future. And make sure that you have repeated once this entire thing within the next 24 hours. Next एक दिन में आपको एक बार repeat करना ही पड़ेगा. And that goes without saying, है ना? Once in next 24 hours. Otherwise you will forget. Otherwise you will simply forget. भूल जाओगे, है ना? तो ये भी एक बहुत important बात रहेगी preparation में, right? Okay, so this is 7 by 18. Did somebody do 7 by 18? 7 by 18, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 18, 6 plus 1, right? Sakshi, you are right. But a better way would be 7 by 18 के लिए पता है better क्या होगा? You take it as 9 minus 2, Sakshi. Okay? So that one part is without decimal. Getting both part with decimal may create a little bit of trouble. Do you understand that? Okay? So better is take one part that has no decimal, other part decimal चलेगा. दो पार्ट डेसिमल होंगे तो ऐड करने में मिस्टेक्स के चांसेस होंगे. एज सिंपल एज दैट, नथिंग एल्स. इफ यू कैन हैंडल द डेसिमल्स, इफ यू कैन मेक श्योर दैट देयर इज नो मिस्टेक डन, देन इट इज फाइन. सो 9 by 18 is 50%. Minus 1 by 18. 2 by 18 is 1 by 9, so 11.11. So how much is that? 38.88%. Yes. बोलिए कैसा रहा अभी तक का आपका प्रोसेस? How do you feel now? How do you feel about fractions and basic calculations of percentages? So a kind of एक क्लास ही हो गई पूरी, है ना? Calculations का एक अच्छा खासा सेशन हो गया आपका, right? But yeah, if you really want to keep these things in mind, you need to really work or repeat once in the next one day, right? One is remaining, 16 by 35. I'll take the next slide. What about 16 by 35? How do I break it? How do I break it? Oh yes, 16 by 35 is 14 plus 2 by 35. We have not discussed, but we know that 1 by 5 is how much? 1 is equal to 100%. So 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5. That goes without saying and becomes very, very easy, isn't it? है कि नहीं? Yes, बताओ. It is 20%. This is 40%. Okay, 60%, 80%. Yes or no? है ना? Feel लेके सॉल्व करें. हाँ, right, that is good. बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आ रहा है. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. So देखो, मैं सुबह से काम में लगा हूँ, मेरी थकान दूर हो गई थोड़ी सी. You know, just by looking at the response. Ultimately, end of the day, everybody wants to work with good children. Otherwise, why would NMAT or SNAP or IIMs would conduct an exam? Because they want to get good children. They want to get serious people. They want to get people with intent. They want to get people with a little bit of a positive attitude towards life. A little bit of happy people. रोतलू बच्चे को कोई भी नहीं लेना चाहता. ठीक है? टेंशन देने वाले बच्चे को कोई भी नहीं लेना चाहता. Right? So make sure that you keep looking at those things and building up on those things. Am I making sense? Right? Or am I offending anyone? Right. So 14 plus 2, you can break that. Yes, there is one child who has mentioned 21 minus 5. Why not? Very good. See, this is what happens. Once you start putting effort, little effort in thinking, you will get your own processes, you will get your own methods. Right? Magomik, that's fantastic. Okay, so 14 by 35 is 2 by 5 plus 2 by 35, right? 14 by 35 and plus 2 by 35, and this will give us 3 by 5 minus 1 by 7, whichever you want you can take. So this is 60%, minus 1 by 7 is 14.28%, so it is 45.72%. I am really happy to see this, right? This is really good. हाँ, इससे भी आएगा 2 by 5 is 40%, but for this 2 by 35 little work extra will be required. उसके लिए भी ध्यान से सुनो. चलो वो भी एक टॉपिक ही हो गया, एक पार्ट है, so I'll just discuss that. Okay? 2 by 35 है ना. 2 by 35 whenever you have a multiple of 5, so एक एक्स्ट्रा बात, एक एक्स्ट्रा नोट, एक एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट आ गया इसमें. That is, I mean, I'm sure by now you know कि आपको अपने नोटबुक में कहीं पे उस चीज को नोट कर लेना चाहिए. That whenever there is a multiple of 5, either in numerator or denominator, multiply by 5, multiply by 5. So you get, multiply by 2. I'm sorry. Whenever there is a multiple of 5, multiply by 2, ऊपर नीचे दोनों, तो वैल्यू सेम ही रहेगा. So it will become 4 by 70. And we have done family of 7. We know 4 by 7, it is 57.14%. What will be 4 by 70? Is it difficult to calculate? If I know 4 by 7 is 57.14%, what will be 4 by 70? If I know 4 by 7, can I find 4 by 70? Aditya, I am explaining, बच्चे ध्यान से देखो. Whenever there is a multiple of 5 in either numerator or denominator, doesn't matter. You just multiply by 2 ऊपर नीचे, दोनों में ऊपर नीचे 2 से multiply कर दो. So you will get 4 by 70. 4 by 7 is 57.14%. So 4 by 70 will be divided by 10, 5.71%. Okay, so 4 by 70 is 5.71%. And that it gives us 45.71%. Okay, this is what we have. अब आप बोलोगे अरे ये तो different answer है. नहीं, वो different नहीं है. Okay, it is not different. Why it is not different? Because we know that 14.28 is not 14.28 exactly. अगर उसको और आगे बढ़ाएं तो 285714 ऐसा है ना. So if I had subtracted that, then this also would have been 71 and other things. Are you with me? So don't worry about these things. Is that clear? Yeah, if I have taken only 14.28, then it is 14.72, but it is not 14.28. It 8 के बाद भी कुछ है ना? So if I take that, then it will be 45.71, right? And और क्या आ जाएगा आगे? 42%. Here also 45.7142%, because it is 5.7142% and so on. So it is exactly the same. ठीक है? Yes, my dear children, now tell me how is it going? Okay? So this is just the introduction of that calculation, and this forms one very major part of all your chapters like percentages, profit loss, okay? Then you have things like what else? Data interpretation, all of them we have. In all of them, these things will be useful in, and every other place wherever there is a calculation of fractions involved. Calculations of fractions involved. Okay? Wherever you have calculations of fractions involved, these things will be helpful. Yes? Okay. So this was about one area. I say there are other areas. I want you to introduce to other areas also, but what is the time now? What is the time now? But yeah, we'll get a lot of time during the sessions. There we'll discuss all the topics in detail, है ना? Is there a calculator in SNAP? No, I don't think calculator is in fact, I'm not sure calculator allowed है कि नहीं, वो check करना पड़ेगा. But देखो, in SNAP and MAT exam or even in CAT, most of the calculations can be done without calculator. You don't need a calculator, okay? In these exams, you definitely don't need a calculator. In fact, using a calculator will waste your time. Using a calculator will waste your time. ये आप दिमाग में बिठा लो. You know, going to the screen and going to the mouse and checking those values, वो सारा चीज़ करना, yeah, even the calculator separately, that would be no, Aditya, paid class will not be in YouTube. It will be Facebook or Zoom, है ना? Facebook के through होगा, ठीक है? No, not in Janam sir or Mansi ma'am, just answer this one, okay? What will be the mode of classes, right? Chitiz, I did not get your question, bacha. What will it be there in CAT? What will be there in the CAT? What will be there in calculator? Yes, calculator is there in CAT. In SNAP, no calculator. But as I said, you will not need it. If you remember the tables up to 20, okay? If you remember the tables up to 20, if you remember the squares up to 100, which is very easy, there are 4 or 5 more methods that will be. Yes, Aditya, there is a beautiful method of attending classes on Facebook, and it is more effective than YouTube, right? And we do classes there for CAT and for many other programs, okay? Don't worry about that. But you don't have an account on that. Okay. This is new. Okay. Yeah, children, you can see Janam sir has just answered. Classes will be on a secret community on Facebook group for enrolled students. Yeah, that was a little funny, Aditya. Good one. है ना? Because mostly people have Facebook account. Okay. I am not judging you, bache. है ना? So हंसी आ गई because it was a funny thing to know that somebody doesn't have a Facebook account. Yes, class will be on FB in a private group. Yes. Alright, so I think this is, in fact, yeah, एक दिन के लिए इतना काफ़ी है. What do you say, guys? What do you say, my children? Is it good enough? Is it good enough for a day? Is it a good enough amount of work? Yeah. And एक बार बहुत clearly दोबारा से बता देता हूँ. Understand one thing. There is a system that will be followed in a class. What is that system? There is a list of topics that is well established. You don't have to discover it. Everyone please pay attention to the last part. अगला 5 मिनट बहुत ज़्यादा important होने वाला है because it is more about the psychology and understanding the situation and preparation. Your class will be, there will be a private group. Okay. Yeah. When is the first class? The class started today. The first 3 classes will be on YouTube. After that, it will be on FB. For paid students, Vurimi, I am answering your question, bacha. First 3 classes, that is today, tomorrow and day after, it is on YouTube. After that, the paid classes for paid enrolled students will be on Facebook. I hope that answers. Right? ठीक है, ये first 3 sessions like for everyone, for public. हाँ, मैं क्या बोल रहा था? Listen very carefully. There are very beautiful people involved in creating the course content for you, right? Those people are very well aware about the exams, the exam patterns, the number of questions, the type of questions, the difficulty level, and they have been working on it for quite some time now. They are preparing your content with obviously our overseeing, like mine or Vikrant sir or anyone. So we say that first of all that whatever material that is you are going to get, and whatever material is going to be discussed, it is exactly in line with the requirement of these exams. So अगर CAT का बैच है तो CAT के हिसाब से, NMAT और SNAP का बैच है तो उसके हिसाब से. Don't worry about the subject, chapter, topic, anything or difficulty level. Yes, did I make sense? Did you understand that? Any concept, videos to watch before we join? Not as such there is a compulsion, okay, but you can always go through. See, time is less. Remember what others are doing, you don't know. So you are the others. Why don't you become the other? पहले ही करो थोड़ा, है ना? So if you are coming prepared, it will help you to build up your understanding in a slightly better manner. Does that make sense, Vurimi? Huh? Have I pronounced your name correctly? Vurimi. Okay. Yeah. Right. So and then उसके बाद there will be mock tests. So 10 mock tests for SNAP, 10 mock tests for NMAT. Again, the test has been prepared in sync with the last, very close to the papers, or maybe sometimes better than the actual papers, right? That's what the feedback of CAT people is there for CAT mocks and all. Similarly for other courses also. So sometimes the papers are much better. I mean, this is my personal feeling. And all the questions will have video solutions, right? All the questions will have textual solutions. A lot of solutions is being prepared by me. A lot of solutions is being prepared by Vikrant sir. So we are trying to make sure that you get the entire content thing, whether it is live session, whether it is application classes, whether it is mock test, anything that comes under the purview of content is the quality. तो it goes without saying, quality तो है ही है. उसे भी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट, एज पर द टारगेट, what exactly is your target, according to that you are going to get everything, right? सर NMAT के लिए 4 से 6 क्लासेस लाइव हो तो when is application class? As in when it happens it will be announced to you बच्चे, so don't worry about that. This is what I'm explaining right now, है ना? अगर कोई बच्चा खाली वो इंस्ट्रक्शन शीट फॉलो करे जो आपको दी जाएगी, I think that's also good enough to go ahead with that, right? The quantity of work that you do is never enough, but this methodology or the system to be followed, that will be very clearly given to you or suggested to you, है ना? Make sense now? Will the NMAT marks we give will be adaptive? Janam sir, please answer that, because I know that it is computer based. Adaptive किस तरह से होगा वो बता दीजिए. Okay? It's correctly pronounced. Thank you बच्चा. Sir, marks will be adaptive, like NMAT. It will be self-adaptive marks, right? So हाँ ठीक है. It is called proctored tests. What happens? You can appear in your own place, but it is, you know, if somebody has appeared in NATA exam and some of the other exams also, you cannot, you know, move out or do anything, otherwise it will disqualify you. So that's how it goes, right? You have to be self-disciplined, right? Does everyone understand that? It has to be self-disciplined, otherwise वो आपको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर देगा. मतलब चीटिंग नहीं करनी है यार, तैयारी करनी है, पढ़ाई करनी है, एग्जाम देना है, ठीक है? ओके पार्थ, आई हैव आंसर्ड दैट. सेल्फ एडेप्टिव मतलब पढ़ाई करनी है और ईमानदारी से एग्जाम देना है. डज दैट मेक सेंस? डज दैट मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड? सेल्फ एडेप्टिव है ना, ज़्यादा कोई तिकड़म विकड़म नहीं लगाना, ज़्यादा कुछ टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं लगाना उसमें. दिस टाइम विल नॉट बी चेंज्ड ना, बिकॉज आई एम अटेंडिंग फ्रॉम ऑफिस. जैनम सर टाइमिंग का बताइए. Every question will have different marks. Yes, correct. What is an application class? Nakshatra, don't worry about that. See, फिर वही इतना सब क्या सोचने लग जाते हो? पढ़ाएंगे. Nakshatra, whatever is necessary will be done. There are different, you know, nomenclature that we give. For example, this what we are doing right now is a live class. Beta? Right, Parth? Who has asked this? Okay, so this is what you are going through right now is a live class. Similarly, there will be recorded classes. Similarly, there will be other types of classes and so on. Don't worry about that. Marathon होगा, बहुत सारी चीज़ें होंगी. तो वो सब चीज़ें आप nomenclature पे मत जाओ, आप अपने पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो, है ना? Okay, so timing is confirmed 4 to 6. Yes. Did I answer your question, Nakshatra? ठीक है? तुम्हारा काम है नंबर सिस्टम पढ़ना, तुम्हारा काम है परसेंटेज पढ़ना, प्रॉफिट लॉस पढ़ना, ठीक है? बाकी और फालतू चीज़ें नहीं सोचना है, right? Books, Janam sir, can we have the list of the books or how are the material dashboard assignment वो सारी चीज़ें? See, on your website when you enroll, on our website, you get a dashboard in which you get a lot of material there and with instructions that how to use them and so on. Okay, then other books will not be required, right? As Janam sir said that everything will be there. वो हमने already मेहनत करके उसको बना के दिया है, ठीक है ना? So you are going to get it in that sense. Okay. Right. Chalo, now I'll take any other question. If you have, go ahead, shoot your questions. And one question, how was the session? Feedback time. How did you feel? How did you find the session? My feedback, my voice, my intent. Okay. Feedback is always required to make sure that I don't miss out on anything and next time I include anything that is necessary. Although provided iQuanta will be more than enough. Yeah. Okay. So feedback. How do you feel about the session? You can tell me if I was speaking properly, if I was making sense. Khali amazing great nahi, write a statement at least. Something that you felt has changed in your psychology, in your mind. That would be very amazing to know, है ना? कि क्या सोच थी और क्या सोच अब है या आगे रहेगी. See, it's very important to understand that nothing is going to end ever, है ना? आज आप कुछ कर रहे हो, साल भर बाद कुछ और करोगे. My purpose, my point is, if I'm doing a particular question, I'll just get drowned in that question at that point in time. उस 5 मिनट के लिए, उस 10 मिनट के लिए, है ना? So that's how the work has to be done. It was an informative session. Thank you. Very great session. Okay, understood a lot of things. Thank you so much. Aditya, session is over. If you wish, you can leave. I always love to interact with children, so I'm asking questions and I'm trying to answer questions. Okay, it was amazing. Learned many things new today. Okay, good, good. It was very good and learnable. Good, fantastic. Thank you. You're too clear and clean with concept. Okay, Urimi, see, life also teaches a lot of things. So perhaps I have traveled, or I have seen 44 different rainy seasons on this planet of Earth. So maybe that adds a lot of value, okay, which I can directly share by speaking. And if somebody can pick up and use it, that one thing that I said, which is I always love to share that again and again. How do you react to situations which are not comfortable for you defines you. How do you react to the situation that you're not comfortable with defines your personality, defines your life, defines your mental peace. So perhaps I personally, I'm talking about myself, I am at peace. Whatever happens, I'll try to solve it. If I'm not able to solve it, I'll surrender, I'll get away. That's it, as simple as that. But when I'm putting my effort, at that time, there is no compromise, even a single bit. That is the clarity that I have. And perhaps if somebody learns from that, it will be really, I don't see that things will change. It will help you to go through that normally and easily. That's the point. है ना? Yes, feel good about that? Do you understand that? जब भी ऐसी कोई चीज़, कोई समस्या है तो पहले स्माइल कर देना. लाइफ में जब भी कोई ट्रबल आए, so just smile a little bit, okay? And then see what you can do to correct it. I'm feeling highly motivated. That's really good to know, Vaishali. After attending your session, it was amazing. Okay, sir, to be very honest, in the starting of the session, I thought you will be boring with your session, but as the session progressed, I enjoyed. Shakal kharab hai kya meri, Priyanshu? Okay. But you know what, Priyanshu, you're not wrong. Even I think I am very boring. Okay? Even I know that, and actually I know that I'm very boring. It's only when I talk about these things. See, okay, I'll tell you what happens. I am more bothered or more related to a topic than anything else, than an exam, than a system and so on. मेरे को बता दो number system आएगा क्या उस exam में, मैं numbers पढ़ा दूंगा. Did you get my emotion? Did you get my intent? Or all of us in iQuanta, है ना? मेरे को इस बात से फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आप NMAT दे रहे हो, SNAP दे रहे हो. If time split distance is going to be asked, तो मैं time split distance पढ़ा दूंगा. And that is the intent that we all work with. And I really believe that helps, है ना? So that's the idea. That's the idea, and that's the thing that not at all boring. Okay, that's good to know. Because otherwise, usually I feel that I am a little boring. इसीलिए थिएटर में भी ना मुझे वो कॉमेडी वाले रोल्स नहीं देते थे. सब रोतलू, सीरियस, फादर का और उस सब का ही रोल देते थे. I think you are into psychology because the lessons in between were really intriguing. Amita, I have not studied psychology, but I have studied situations and I just analyzed and compared what to do or how to react. That's the only thing that I have done. Okay, I have not studied anything. Have a chat. Sir, please clear my doubt. Should we watch non-engineering videos before live class or we should continue with live classes? Live classes has its own importance. वो तो करना ही करना है, उसमें कोई option नहीं है, right, Pratyush? Engineering वाला non-engineering videos, Janam sir, is the non-engineering video available for everyone? पहले तो वो चीज़ देखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? If it is available, Janam sir, just answer whether non-engineering videos is available for everyone or not. Okay. Yes sir, your subject knowledge is very good. Apart from subject, your knowledge and thinking about the life is also amazing. Thank you so much, Priyanshu. My way of thinking is simplicity, as simple as that. Okay. ये काम करना है ना, क्या चाहिए इसके लिए, वो करो, होता है तो ठीक, नहीं तो दोबारा करो. That's the simple way of looking at it. Okay. So that's how I go ahead every time, every day, every year, every situation. Yes, you can watch those videos, right? So see, देखो non-engineering videos में क्या है ना, थोड़ा और basic से दिया है. So somebody who is feeling, who feels that he or she is not good in maths, don't worry. एक बार वो देख लो ना, क्या प्रॉब्लम है. छोटे छोटे वीडियोस हैं, छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स हैं, बहुत बेसिक तरीके से समझाया गया है. So go through that. That will definitely be helpful. हाँ बच्चा, I hope I have answered your. When should I register for the NMAT exam date? I think. Again, Janam sir, I will need your help. As I said, I am more concerned with maths and DILR question. तो ये सब मुझे नहीं पता होगा. But don't worry, there is a team here who will keep guiding you. वो छोड़ेंगे नहीं आपको, आपके जान के पीछे पड़े रहेंगे कि ये ऐसा है या ये डेट है, वो सारा कुछ. So don't worry about that. Okay. I don't know whether the date has been announced. Janam sir, has the date been announced for NMAT exam registration? We will help. Yeah, obviously we will constantly will keep helping, है ना. I think exam date शायद announce हुआ है या कुछ अंदाज़ा तो आया है. I don't know the exact date. ठीक है. Anything else that you would like me to talk about or answer? Yes, children. So now it is a complete silence. Am I connected? Now, whenever there is a silence in message. Okay, Priyanshu says from first house. Okay. ठीक है. I think you also studied people. Yes, Urimi. I more than studied. I look at them. I try to understand what they are thinking, where are they coming from, what are the problems they are facing, and if there is anything that I can do for them, that's it. And if I don't like them, I just simply go away from them. As simple as that. ठीक है. So ज़्यादा tension नहीं लेना है. Don't worry. We will help you about. Yes, of course. Yeah. Amazing lecture. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So I am done. Whatever I had intended, I think I have covered, है ना. And बाकी रहा एग्जाम का पैटर्न, टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. पागल हो जाओगे जब वो कोर्स में सारा कुछ मिलेगा. So don't worry about that. You will get everything in detail in a very systematic and professional manner. Right? There are experts who do that, who make sure that correct set of material reaches you, correct set of questions are discussed in the class, right? There is a correct way of analyzing the mock tests, जिसको वो हम AI based mock analysis बोलते हैं. So all those things are like really comprehensive, है ना. Score predictor, college predictor, वो सारी चीज़ें हैं जिससे आपको help होगी. So nothing to worry as such. I mean, if there is a good system that can help you or that can be available mechanically, humanly possible, all the things are there here. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So can we close the session? Janam sir, Mansi ma'am, can we close the session now? I am done. Or if there is any question, you can always get connected to me on Facebook. You can send a request on iQuanta CAT preparation page. That is a bigger community, right? There almost 4 lakh children keep interacting with each other. They share their doubts, thoughts, emotions, feelings, right? And so, why are you crying? Okay. No, don't cry. Smile, rather smile. You know, what is the takeaway from this session? Smile about that. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to end the live stream. Fine. I'll just wait for 30 seconds and then I'll end the session. Thank you, Janam sir. अभी मैं थोड़ी देर में ऊपर मिलता हूँ आपको. Okay. Thank you, children. Bye. Take care. Eat healthy and stay healthy. That's the most important part. Okay.